Hi guys, today's video isn't really the one I planned to make when I left the house this morning, and I'm still not sure if I should be making it, and I might even delete it later. But I've always wanted to be honest with you guys on this channel and talk about what's going on. And at the moment I'm giving extreme serious thought to both closing my studio down and closing down this YouTube channel. I just wanted to take 2 minutes really to explain to you why I'm thinking about doing this, and so that if the channel suddenly disappears or suddenly no more videos, it won't be a shock to those of you who are subscribed and regular viewers. I know, although my subscriber numbers are low, that there are quite a few of you who watch every video. Essentially, some background. A lot of you know that I have another job, another profession, a company that I work in, that I own, in fact. And my photography studio is a sideline. It's a passion project, really. It's just something that I love to do. Now, when I set up the studio, the intention was that I would subsidise it for a while, and I would shoot for paying clients in order to eventually just get the studio covering its own costs. I set up my pricing and worked everything out in the way that you would for any normal business, because what I didn't want to do was I didn't want to come in here and start shooting at super low cost, undercut all of the guys who are trying to make a full-time living out of photography. I just didn't feel like that was morally acceptable, to just come in and undercut people just simply because I could afford to. My prices are possibly a little bit too high because I'm trying to cover the costs in a shorter period of time than somebody who was working full-time would. But anyway, over the last few months, that hasn't really been happening, and I've been continuing to subsidise the studio. Costs of running the place have been rising, as costs are rising on everything at the minute. And the core thing, though, is, as my wife says, the photography has always been a passion of mine, and I thought by having the studio and this space that I could use whenever I wanted, instead of having to hire places, I could grow my photography skills, I could expand my horizons by experimenting and playing around. The reality, though, has been that I've been so fixated on ensuring that the studio pays for itself and isn't being subsidised from my other occupation, that most of my energy over the last year has gone into marketing the studio and marketing my photography business, and that's not really what I wanted, and it's kind of sucked a lot of the joy out of it. Even though I do actually quite enjoy marketing, I'm just not getting to shoot as much as I want to. Now, my wife has said historically that I should just stop trying to market and just accept that I'm going to pay for it out of my own pocket and make a few quid here and there where I can to help supplement things. And that's great, but at the moment we're about to move home to somewhere bigger because my wife has a disability and we need something that we can't have in our existing home, basically, which is going to increase my cost of living quite substantially. So I'm not sure whether I can afford to operate like that, but I'm not sure that I want to continue operating with the constant pursuit of clients and not really getting to follow my passion. Now, the YouTube channel sort of happened by mistake during the first COVID lockdown when we couldn't actually see clients. And I had a project on the back burner for doing some talking head videos and things for the business, my other business. I thought I might as well take that time to learn a little bit about video creation. So from my kitchen table, I started making videos, reviewing the gear that I had in the house, which was mainly Pentax lenses and things. And the YouTube channel seemed to grow quite rapidly to begin with. But it's completely stalled now. It's not really moving forward. There was a time where I thought if I could continue to grow the YouTube channel, because I actually do really enjoy making the videos, it might produce a little bit of income from monetization eventually that could help to support the studio, and one would feed the other and everything would be lovely in the garden. It doesn't take a fortune to keep this studio going. A couple of grand a year would have been enough to really keep things in a position where I didn't even think twice about it. But yeah, the YouTube channel is still completely stalled, and I've spoken to a few YouTube experts and read a lot of books and watched a lot of YouTube videos on how channels work and how to grow things. And I know that I've done an awful lot of things wrong in the YouTube world and how you grow a channel. I started off reviewing Pentax stuff, then I switched brand, and I was open about that and moved to Sony. Covered a bit of Fuji stuff that I was using as well. All the YouTube experts will tell you that you need to niche down. So what I've done by starting off with Pentax, I built up a Pentax audience. I could have, and I knew I was doing this at the time, I could have stuck with Pentax just for the sake of the channel, but just not honest, is it really, if I'm not using the stuff anymore? So that pivot into Sony and educational stuff, which I was always doing the educational stuff anyway, but that pivot into other content and not covering the Pentax stuff anymore, of course, meant that a large number of subscribers on the channel probably weren't really interested in what I was doing because it wasn't Pentax related. That sort of leads to the algorithm. When you put a video out, it's not being watched, because why would people who shoot Pentax be interested in watching a video about the Tamron 28-75 on a Sony? Of course they wouldn't. So when your subscribers aren't watching your videos because it's not really relevant to them anymore, that gives the YouTube algorithm mixed messages, and it doesn't know where to push your video to, so it doesn't push it at all, which in turn doesn't lead to any growth. I post inconsistently because I don't like to post just for the sake of it. I like to post when I've actually got something to say. I did try a period of time where I was putting a post out every week. It didn't make a lot of difference, but my problem is when the YouTube experts tell you to go and research and research and niche down and niche down and niche down, that's just not me. I want to be honest and true to who I am and in these videos, and not try to put on a fake way of being. So one of the things is you'll find stuff on this channel about education, gear reviews, stuff about street photography, etc. And you'll see that there's a massive wide variety of view counts, should we say, for each sort of video. So there's no consistency in what this channel is, other than it's a wide photography channel. And as YouTubers say, you know, to get your channel to take off, you have to be really specific and really niche down. You know, you can't be a jack of all trades. But as I'm sure lots of you know, the saying, the actual full saying is jack of all trades, master of none. It's sometimes better when you want to get the job done. And I believe in that, actually. I am a jack of all trades when it comes to photography. I like to experiment with different genres. I think by doing a genre that's outside of your wheelhouse, it really does help you to expand your abilities and see things in a different way. And I don't want to hide that from the channel just by pretending that I just do street photography, or that I'm only going to do studio photography or anything like that, really. So I've always wanted to just do what I actually do and show you what I do. And I mean, I show you my bad pictures as well as my good ones and that sort of thing. And yeah, all of this basically, sorry for rambling on, feeds into a channel that's just not really taken off. I've taken some advice. A couple of people told me that I should just delete all the Pentax stuff from my channel, but it gets regular views, so it's obviously useful to people, and I don't want to be difficult. I did a series of short lessons on basics and fundamentals of photography. Tried to keep them all to about 2 or 3 minutes each, which I thought was a really useful thing to do. YouTube expert tells me actually people perceive these things as complicated, so they want to see a long video for them, but I'm not going to drag things out longer than it has to be. It's been suggested that maybe I should string them all together into one long video instead. But yeah, that's typically me. You see, a viewer asked me to make those sort of things, and I just thought, why not? So I made them. But these videos are getting very low views, and therefore that hurts the channel overall. So yeah, I'll probably continue to make some YouTube videos, but I think they'll be erratic. And unless I suddenly see some sort of channel growth or something that takes off, I think this channel is going to wind down quite a lot, because again, it takes away time from me actually being able to do the photography and things that I love. Now, you'll probably not notice this wind down for a while, because I've got videos that are still in the process of being edited, etc. And I feel like I want to get this one out faster than the rest of them, so it'll jump the queue. And maybe it won't wind down at all. Maybe I'll actually continue, because I do enjoy it. But at the moment, I feel like maybe it's time to let the studio go. Maybe it's time to let YouTube go and focus on other things in my life and just do photography for its own sake, and try and expand it in other ways. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate all the subs, all the likes, and all the comments and things you guys have made over time. That's helped me grow the channel. And yeah, anyway, you guys take care of yourselves and always be nice.